Bitcoin has won over institutional investors, so could governments be next? Next on your 4-Minute Bitcoin. Today's show is from a post by Stanley at Bitcoinist and brought to you by Swan Bitcoin. When Bitcoin surged to an all-time high of $19,000 in late 2017, it headlined media outlets and financial journals, but not for the right reasons. Analysts and major institutional figureheads bashed Bitcoin, dubbing it a fraud and useless as a payment system. Not soon after, Bitcoin suffered a major correction, with prices plummeting down 70% in a single year. Now, for retail investors, the warning of doubtful institutions and analysts that they previously ignored seemed to ring truer than ever. At the time, one thing seemed certain: Bitcoin would never become mainstream without institutional adoption. Now, let's fast forward to 2021. The same financial firms and institutions that once doubted Bitcoin are now its biggest supporters. Goldman Sachs, for instance, refused to acknowledge Bitcoin as a real asset class or a suitable investment back in 2017. Now, the investment bank endorses Bitcoin, recently reopening its crypto trading desk and offering Bitcoin-based financial products to its own clients. Another such example is Visa, whose CEO asserted 3 years ago that Bitcoin was not a real payment system, standing firm on his stance not to offer Bitcoin on the payment giant's platform. As luck would have it, Visa announced earlier this week that it will also begin to accept crypto payments. Now, what exactly changed? Well, there are many underlying factors influencing Bitcoin's growing acceptance, but simply put, Bitcoin has matured enough as an asset class. This is evident as growth-minded businesses with high-risk appetites such as Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Square, which have now invested billions of their cash reserves into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's current rally can be largely attributed to institutional demand, but as institutional inflows begin to slow down, there's a growing need for another influx of institutional buyers. Enter governments. Earlier this month, Temasek, Singapore's $306 billion sovereign wealth fund, revealed that they had been investing in Bitcoin since 2018. Likewise, one of New Zealand's major pension funds disclosed that its traditional conservative retirement portfolio was now 5% Bitcoin. It's likely that there are more to follow. Robert Gutmann, the CEO of New York Digital Investment Group, stated that more governments may look to invest in Bitcoin through their sovereign wealth funds. Allegedly, New York Digital Investment Group had been advising several sovereign wealth funds on potential Bitcoin investments. Regardless of Bitcoin's recent price action, it's clear that the digital currency is becoming more and more accepted throughout the world from all four forms of entities, ranging from banks, fintech giants, to sovereign wealth funds. Now, do you think we'll see more governments moving into Bitcoin? And what's going to happen then? Please, let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments. In this episode, well, it's brought to you by Swan Bitcoin. Now, Swan Bitcoin allows you to buy Bitcoin with dollar cost averaging, which many people say is the best way to do it. And you can buy as little as $10 worth of Bitcoin at a time. I'm an advisor to Swan and even own a small piece of the company, so you know I'm going to love what they're doing. Now, if you use the link, swanbitcoin.com/Gary, you can receive $10 worth of Bitcoin free when you sign up. So take a look today at swanbitcoin.com/Gary. I'm Gary Leland, the Bitcoin Boomer, and thanks for joining me on another 4-Minute Bitcoin Show. This is a BitBlockBoom.com production.